Hello dear students, I am Abhijit Gavas, lecturer Department of Physics, GSS College, Belgaum. So today we are going to do certain problems on the topic motion in plane. So far in this topic you have studied what are scalars, vectors, then types of vectors, then also you were able to understand how to add two vectors, triangle law of vector addition, law of parallelogram of vectors. Then also you have studied dot product of two vectors, cross product of two vectors, and in the second part of this topic you have studied projectile motion, in which you got a derivation for the maximum height reached by the projectile, range of the projectile, and also the time of flight. And at the end of the topic you have also studied uniform circular motion, in which you were able to understand the concept of centripetal acceleration, and you got one equation for it. Okay, so to do any problem on any particular topic, you should be thorough with the formulas associated with those topics. So far in this topic we have some 5 to 6 formulas, important formulas. So first we'll study those formulas, just a revision. I expect you to take out your calculators, and while I'm solving the problems, you make sure that you write along with me so that it will be easy for you. Okay, so to recall few things, first formula from this topic is resultant of magnitude of two vectors. How it is given? R equals to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So how do you get resultant of magnitude of two vectors? If there are two vectors acting at any particular direction, you can get its magnitude by root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Then also, how do you get its direction? Tan alpha is equal to q sin theta divided by p plus q cos theta, right? So far in the vectors you have studied only these two important formulas. Then later in projectile motion, what is the maximum height reached by the projectile? It is given by u square sin square theta divided by 2g, right? Then what is the expression for the time of flight? It is 2 times u sin theta divided by g. What is the range of the projectile? It is given by u square sin 2 theta divided by g. Also you can get range as u cos theta into t. And at the end of the topic we have also studied centripetal acceleration, which is given by v square by r. And along with that we have modified this formula also, like you can write v as r omega, relation between relation between angular velocity and linear velocity. So you can, if you just substitute the things here, instead of v, shall I write r square omega square r, so r gets cancelled, so centripetal acceleration AC can be also written as r omega square. So to do any problem from this topic, you should be thorough with these formulas. Okay, and most important thing is from the projectile part, where maximum height, time and range, because almost three formulas almost looks alike. Okay, slight change in the formula will result in the wrong answer, so be particular with the formulas. Okay, so note down this problem, formulas. So now we'll begin with our first problem. So shall I erase this? So in your examination, simple calculators are allowed. Okay. And one more thing is, marks are not given for the right answer. Okay, no doubt marks are given for the right answer, but in the problems particularly, marks are given for the particular steps. There is one particular procedure to solve the problems. You just cannot take randomly values and just go on solving the problems. So before you solve any problem, first read the problem, write the given things, then afterwards next step you should write the relevant formula related to that problem, then substitute the things, then do the calculation, then at the end get the correct answer with correct SI unit. This way one at one particular step you will be getting first steps you will be getting the marks. So problem number 1, and today I'll be doing problems only on the projectile motion. Okay, in the next video we'll be doing problems on the vectors. Okay, so first problem is a javelin is thrown at an angle of 30 degree, at an angle of 30 degree with initial speed of 20 meter per second. Calculate the maximum height. Calculate the maximum height reached, time of flight, and range of projectile. So if theory part is clear, then easily you will understand the problems. But by chance, if you have not understood the theory part, then solving problems becomes very difficult. So here already they have given G equals to 10 meter per second square. So sometimes in the exam or in any textbook, if they don't mention the value of G, then you are free to take the value of G as 9.8, or you can just round it up to 10 meter per second square. But when they are particularly mentioning take the value of G as 10 meter per second square, then take it as 10 meter per second square. Okay. Now before solving any problem, first try to understand the problem and analyze it. Okay. A javelin is thrown. A javelin, all of you know what is a javelin, right? It is thrown at an angle of 30 degree with an initial speed of 20 meter per second. So it is going to reach certain height, and we are going to find what is that maximum height reached by that javelin. Okay, then we are going to calculate time of flight and also what is the range of the projectile. So first thing, I'll erase the question. First note down the question so that we'll utilize the board for solving the answer itself. Okay, so so students, write the given things. First you have to write the solution, then write given. What is given? Theta is 30 degree, initial speed is 20 meter per second. So in some of the textbook you will find you written it as V naught also. Okay, both meaning is same, where U is the initial velocity, by what velocity you are throwing that javelin. So here the javelin is thrown with an initial velocity of 20 meter per second. Then also we have the value of G, that is 10 meter per second square. So first thing we are going to find here is the maximum height reached by this projectile. So recall the formula, what it says: U square sine square theta divided by 2G. U square sine square theta divided by 2G. So write the formula, write the given step formula, then now substitute the things. So U square is what? Initial velocity, that will be 20 square sine square of 30 degree divided by 2 into G. G is 10. So here I will solve it. So 220 square will be what? 400 into sine square 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Square will be what? 1 by 4. Okay, and this will be 20. So I can cut this 4 hundreds. So 20 ones are 25. So maximum height reached by this projectile is 50 meter. So write your answer in a square box with correct SI unit. Okay, not 50s, sorry, it's 5 meter. 21s are 25s, sorry, 5 meter. All of you understood this? Okay, so just write the formula: U square sine square theta divided by 2G. U we know, square it, so it will become 2 square is 4, and this both zeros. And sine 30 is 1 by 2. The value of sine 30 is 1 by 2. When you square it, it will become 1 by 4. It's sine square theta. Don't square this 30. Never square a angle. Okay, sorry. Divided by 2G. So cut the things and you get the answer of 5 meter. Okay. So next thing is to find the time of flight. Time of flight. So time of flight T is given by 2 times of U sine theta divided by G. Again go on substituting the things. t equals to, first write the relevant formula. However easy might be the formula, but write the relevant formula. 2 times u, what is u? 20 sine theta. Sine theta is of sine 30 degree, and this is 10. So this will be what? 2 into 20 into 2 will be 40. Sine 30 will be 1 by 2, and this is 10. So 2 ones are 2, 20s are 10 ones are 10 twos are. So here t is 2 seconds. T is 2 seconds. So this t is the total time taken by javelin. Okay, it's a time of flight. You can divide this time t as t1 plus t2, where t1 is time of ascent, where t1 is time of ascent. So time of ascent is time taken by the javelin to reach the maximum height, and t2 is time of descent. Ascending order, descending order, all of you might be aware of these things. So time of descent is time taken by javelin to come back to the again on the surface of the earth. So always remember, total time is equal to time of ascent plus time of descent. So from this you can tell ki time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Okay, so time of ascent from this formula will be what? 1 second, and time of descent will be also 1 second. They have not asked time of ascent, time of descent here. They have just asked this thing, but this is the extra thing which I am telling you. Okay, by chance if they ask you what is time of, whatever total time you get, you just split this total time into exactly half. If suppose the time was 10 seconds, so time of ascent will be 5 seconds and time of descent will be 5 seconds. Suppose the answer time is 12 seconds, so how will split? 6 plus 6. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Now next thing we are going to find is the horizontal range. Horizontal range. Okay. So horizontal range. Now it is given by two formulas. One thing is, as I told you, u cos theta into t. So u cos theta, u is what? You can also write horizontal range as u square sine 2 theta divided by g. This is from the straight line formula, this is from the plane formula, plane topic formula. So you can use either of the formulas, and you can verify ki at the board time you are going to get the same answer. So as per my convenience, I am going to use this formula for range. So this u is 20 cos of 30 degree, and time t is what? Time of flight. Just now we have seen ki it is 2 seconds. It is just 2 seconds, right? So here this is 20 into cos 30 will be root 3 by 2 into 2. So cos 30 will be what? Root 3 by 2. Right. So once I erase this 2 gets cancelled with this 2. So 20 into root 3 is what? 1.73. You can calculate this value. 20 into 1.73 will be how much? 20 into, we'll just do it, 1.173 into 20. 0 3s are 0, 7, 0, 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, 2 1s are 2, 3, 0, 6, 4, 3. So this will be 34.60 meters. So you will be having calculators. You can just, simple calculators are allowed. Don't use scientific calculators. Don't make a habit of using scientific calculators. Okay, and you will get the answer within the fraction of seconds. So the range is 34.60 meter. You can verify this answer with this formula also. U square sine 2 theta by g. Okay, you are going to get again the same thing. Fine. Okay, note it down. So now look at the second problem. So again an easy problem. A bullet is fired with a velocity of 300 meters per second at an angle of 45 degree and to the horizontal. you are supposed to find what is the maximum height attained by that bullet and time of flight. Okay, and here given g equals to 10 meter per second square. So I have a bullet and I am firing that bullet with the initial speed of 300 meter per second. By what angle? At 45 degree. Okay, so you are going to find what is the maximum height attained by that bullet, as well as we are going to find time of flight. So first thing is solution. Write the given things. U is 300 meter per second, theta is 45 degree, and we have the value of g is 10 meter per second square. Okay, when they are specifically mentioning take the value of g as 10 meter per second square, take it as 10 meter per second square only. When they are mentioning take it as 9.8, then take it 9.8 only. Okay, fine. Okay, because we are just rounding off that value 9.8 as approximately equal to 10. So first thing, find the height, maximum height. So h max, this will be what? U square sine square theta divided by 2 times of g. So this will be what? 300 square into sine square of 45 divided by 2 into 10. So I solve that problem here. 300 square will be what? 3 3s are 9. It will be 90,000 into sine square 45. All of you know value of sine 45 is 1 by root 2. And once I square it, it will be what? 1 by 2. Okay. See here. Value of sine 45 is 1 by root 2. When I square it, it will be that root will go and it will remain only 1 by 2. And 2 into 10 will be what? 20. So 2 ones are 245,000, right? 2 ones are 245,000, 2 ones are 0. So this will be 2 twos are 2 twos are 2 2, 2 fives are 2 2 50. So this will be 2250 meters. So maximum height reached by this projectile will be 2250 meters. Okay. If you have doubt with this calculation, you can just straight away use calculator and find the value. Okay, fine. So this if you solve this, you may get 2 to 3 marks, because this problem they may ask for minimum 3 to maximum 5 marks. Okay, for 5 marks they may also add range also, or they may add time of ascent, time of descent also. Okay, so second thing now we'll find is, have you copied? So make sure that you are writing the correct answer with correct SI unit. Now next thing is to find the value of time of flight. So time of flight t is given by u sine theta divided by g. So this will be what? U is what? 300, sine theta is 45. So I'll write sine 45 as 1 by root 2, and this is 10. So this will be what? 300 into 1 by root 2 divided by 10. Yes. So I'll multiply this root here only. 1 into root 2. No problem here. So now I can cut this 0 with this 0, and 30 divided by root 2. So this will be what? 30 divided by root 2 is 1.41. Root 2 is 1.41. So sorry, I have not written here 2. It will be 2 times of. So solve this. 60 divided by 1.41. What will be the answer of this? 60 divided by 1.41. So do it. It will be 42.5 seconds. 42.5 seconds. Okay. Have you understood this? So be particular with the formulas, because almost most formulas look alike. Okay. So see here, even I did the same mistake here. So it is 2 times u sine theta divided by g. If I am not writing 2, then I am showing it as time of ascent. So 2 u sine theta divided by g. So you just multiply 2 here. So 2 times of this 30. This you cancel 10 with this 0. 2 into 30 will be 60. 60 divided by 1.41 will be 42.5 seconds. So have you understood this problem? Okay. So copy it down. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section, okay? Because we'll be doing still more problems. So students, moving towards the next problem. So read the problem carefully. A golf ball leaves the tee with the velocity of 50 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. Find the time of flight, range, velocity with which it hits the ground of the flight. Again the same problem. Here we have a golf ball which leaves the horizontal range with a velocity of 50 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree. We are supposed to find time of flight, range, and also this is the new thing here, velocity with which it hits the ground at the end of the flight. Okay, so first thing is write the solution. What are given things? Given u equals to 50 meter per second, g is 10 meter per second square, acceleration due to gravity, and theta is 30 degree. So first thing, write the formula. T is equal to 2 times u sine theta divided by g. So substitute the things. So 2 into what is u? 50. Sine theta is what? 30 degree. That is 1 by 2. You can just write 1 by 2 here and cancel the things, or you can bring that 1 by 2 here in the denominator. So in the previous problem I just wrote 1 by 2 here and directly I have cancelled it. So both the methods will try. Okay, so I'll write 1 by 2 here, and this g is 10. Is this clear about 1 by 2? Yes. So how to solve this? 2 5s are 10 into 1, 10 2s are 20. So 0 0, 2 1s are 2 5s are. So time of flight will be 5 seconds. So put this into the box. 5 seconds. You can expect the similar kind of problems in the exams. Okay, straight away you have to substitute the things and get the answer. Okay, copy it. So we'll move towards the next part, that is to calculate the range. So range we have two formulas, as I told you in the previous thing. In the previous problem we have taken u cos theta into t. So now we will explain with the another formula, that is u square sine 2 theta divided by g. You can use both the formulas. At the end of the day you are going to get the same result. U square is what? 50 square sine 2 theta. 2 theta is 30 degree. 2 times theta will be what? 60. Sine 60 divided by 10. So now substitute the things. 5 square, 50 square will be what? 22,500. Sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2 and into 10. So far I have, what I was doing here is sine 60 straight away I was to write root 3 by 2 here, and I would cancel the things. You can also write sine 60 as root 3 by 2, enter directly into the denominator. Now go on solving this. 2500, root 3 is 1.73. Verify with the calculators. So 0 0 gets cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 125s are. So 125 into 1.73 will be how much? Just calculate and tell me. It should be 216.25 meters. So this is the horizontal range, right? I hope you have followed this. The next thing is velocity with which it hits the ground at the end of the flight. Just like the time of flight, where time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Here you can tell me, looking at this, in the previous thing I think time was 5 seconds, right? Just now we have found 5 seconds. So time of ascent will be what? 2.5 seconds, and time of descent will be what? 2.5 seconds. We are just going to split that number exactly into half value. Now same thing applies here. Velocity with which it hits the ground. Whatever initially velocity you are giving during projection, the same velocity it will come back to the earth or to the surface of the earth. So here you can write with what velocity it hits the ground. This velocity is equal to the velocity given during the projection. Like time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So velocity during projection is equal to velocity when it comes back, hits back to the earth. So you can straight away write answer for third is 50 meter per second. 50 meter per second. Okay, have you followed this? So this velocity with which it hits the ground at the end is equal to the velocity given during the projection, which was 50 meter per second. Okay, note it down. Okay, so we'll be doing next problem. So student, this will be the last problem. Okay, so very interesting problem. A bullet is fired at an angle of 60 degree with the vertical with certain velocity, hits the ground 3 km away. Is it possible to hit the target 5 km away by adjusting the angle of projection? So please understand the problem. I have a bullet which is fired at an angle of 60 degree. Fired at an angle of 60 degree with the vertical. So this angle is 60 degree. See, this is the vertical component u sin theta and this is the horizontal component u cos theta. Right? So this bullet is fired at an angle of 60 degree with the vertical with the certain velocity. So this point is very important. With the vertical, the angle is here 60 degree and it hits the ground 3 km away. So it will follow a parabolic path. This is u and it will reach certain maximum height here and it has reached a range of 3 km away. Now they are asking, is it possible to hit the target 5 km? So my target is somewhere here. Okay, person, you want to hit that person who is 5 km away. But is it possible to hit that person who is 5 km away by adjusting the angle of projection? They are asking. Okay, so here we have to analyze the thing. Okay, first we'll calculate and we'll see what is the value we get and we'll see whether that value is sufficient to reach this 5 km. They are asking, if I can change this angle, if I can increase or decrease the angle, then can I increase the range? They are going to verify this. Are you understanding? I hope you understood the problem. I have a bullet which is fired with initial velocity. They have not given initial velocity. They have just given you the angle, that to angle with respect to vertical. So far we were considering this angle with the horizontal component. And also they have told you ki range is 3 km. For this velocity the range is 3 km. But if I change the angle, you know, for maximum range theta should be 45 degree. So I will get the value first and later I will substitute this value for the 45 degree and see whether will I get answer more than, I should get more than 3 because this is 60 degree. If I bring somewhere near 45 degree, I may able to reach this value. Okay, have you understood this problem first? Okay, so if you understood, we will straight away solve this problem. Okay, now okay, so solution, write the given things. Theta is 30 degree. Now this theta is with respect to vertical. This is most important, vertical. So with respect to horizontal, it will be what? Theta will be 90 minus 30. Oh no, sorry, this is 60 degree. No, this is 60 degree. So this will be what? 90 minus 60 degree. This will be 30 degree with horizontal, right? Already in theory you might have studied, right? So you are throwing an object with velocity of certain velocity whose angle is 60 degree with the vertical. So what will be this angle? You know this total angle is 90 degree. So 90 minus 60 will give you what? This remaining 30 degree. So horizontal, this will be what? 30 degree. This is most important. If you take 60 degree, then problem may go wrong. Be careful here because you have to see what exactly data is been given and what they are asking. For range, we usually consider or we always consider the horizontal component. So I hope this you understood why this 60 is reduced to 30, 90 minus 60. And what else they have given? They have given the range. Range is 3 km. Make sure you are converting into SI unit. 3 km is written as 3000 meters. Right? So now we will find range. With respect to range, we will get the value of u square sine 2 theta divided by g. Right? So what is range? 3000. U square I don't know. Sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta means what? 2 times 30. So this will be sine 60 degree. If you have to have taken 60 here, then it will 2 times of 60 will be 120. Clear? For range, we should always consider the horizontal component only. So sine 60 degree divided by g, that is 10. So I will write it here now. I'll erase the things with few things. This you have understood, right? You have copied. So we will utilize the space to write the things. So range is 3000. U square is what? I don't know. We need to find sine of 60 degree. I hope you understood now. 2 times theta, and this is g. G is 10, right? So this will be 3000 u square. Sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2 into 10. So this will be what? 3000 u square. Root 3 can be written as 1.73 divided by 20. Now this 20, 10 into 2 will be 20. 20 you multiply here, it will be 3 2s are 6, 60,000, right? 60,000 u square into 1.73. So u square will be what? 60,000 divided by 1.73. So u will be what? U will be, find this value. So u will be, and tell directly, 34,000. I'll just calculate and tell you, 682.08. So 60,000 divided by 1.73 will be 34,682.02. So u square is this, then u will be what? Root of this. And u will be what? Once you find root of this, this will be 186.3 meter per second. 186.3 meter per second. So from this we come to understand ki the body was given a initial velocity of 186.3 meter per second. So this velocity is in our hand. What is not in our hand? Ki angle of projection. Now we will see, we will take one particular angle, that is 45 degree, and we will substitute the things, and then we will try to get the answer. Okay, have you understood this? 50% of the problem is done. I hope you understood. They have given you theta with respect to vertical, with respect to horizontal it will become 30. So 30 into 2 will be 60. Solve this. Sine 60 will be root 3 by 2. So root 3 you write it as 1.73. 20 you multiply there, then it will become 60,000 u square into 1.73. 1.73 you bring it down, u square will be what? This after dividing it will be 34,682.08. Do it with the calculator. Okay, then root of this will be, again with the help of calculator you can directly find the value of 186, that is 186.3 meter per second, right? So they are asking, is it possible to hit the target 5 kilometers for 3000 kilometer at this angle with this velocity? It went 3 kilometer. For this angle with this velocity it went 3000 kilometer. Then if I take theta as 45 degree, because as far as we know, for maximum range theta should be 45 degree. If I take 45 degree, definitely this value will change. Now we need to see ki whether this value will exceed 5 or no. Target 5 kilometer away or no, that we are going to check it. So we will see. So maximum range, again I'll write solution. Maximum range is, what is the formula? U square sine 2 theta divided by g. So you know for maximum range theta should be 45 degree. In theory you already have studied. Maximum range u square is what? Just now we have found it was 186.3 meter. Square it, 186.3 meter square meter per second, and sine 2 theta will be sine of 45 into 2 divided by 10. So 186.3, you square it, 186.3 whole square divided by 10, because this will be what? Sine 90, and sine 90 is equal to 1. So I can reduce this value. Okay, you can write sine 90 is equal to 1. So this will be 1. So come on, tell me. Simply square this 186.3 square and divide that value with 10. So it will be u square by g only. The formula will indirectly reduce. For maximum range, the formula will indirectly reduce to u square by g only. Because for maximum range, we take theta equals to 45 degree and sine 45 into 2 will be about 90 degree. So if I'm not wrong, you all are getting 3464 meters, right? All of you have verified it. So 3464 meter in terms of kilometer, I can write 3.464 kilometers. So look at this range, maximum range. So by adjusting the angle to 45 degree, maximum range, how much I'm getting? 3.46 kilometer. So what is the conclusion? It is not possible to hit the target 5 km away by adjusting the angle of projection. If the target would have been somewhere near 3.46 km, I would have easily hit that target. So it is not possible. You should write the conclusion. It is not possible to hit the target 5 km away by adjusting the angle of projection. Okay, I hope you have followed today's video. Okay, practice this many sums only for the exams. Okay, so in the next class we will be doing problems on the vectors. Till then, bye. Thank you.